Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 Kappa. Oh yeah, guys. So I wanted to start off this episode by, first of all, trying to fix up our pickaxe a little bit here. We have 4 modifiers. Yeah, we have 4 modifiers. So what I want to do is take 3 of those modifiers and put them into unbreaking or unbreakable and use one of the other modifiers for speeding this pickaxe up, giving it haste. So I just melted down 6 ingots of gold, so we have that in here, and we're just going to cast out blank casts in our casting table. Yeah, so we could do aluminum brass, but gold's just easier, so that's what I went with. So we have 3 of these blank casts, and I'll put our ingot cast back into here. Okay, so with the blank casts, I made an armor stand, I put our armor on that, by the way. I keep seeing that every now and then out of the corner of my eye. It's like, oh, there's like a monster here or whatever. But no. That is just our armor on an armor stand. But anyway, we take some obsidian, we wrap it around the blank cast, and we get these reinforcement modifiers. And if we put that onto our pickaxe, that'll give us a reinforce of 20% for each one of those we put on there. So there's 20%, 40%, 60%. Cool. So this thing now has a lot of unbreaking on it. And then I wanted to put some of the haste modifier on there. So if we grab redstone and put that on here, and there we go. Let's see, what is that doing? That's taking us from a mining speed of 3 to a mining speed of almost 10. I honestly don't know what this number means. I know bigger is better, but you know, like, how does that translate? Is that number of ticks? I mean, I have no idea what that means. But anyway, so now we have a little bit more speed on there. Cool. All right. Oh, I didn't put that in there, did I? Yeah, we're starting to overflow. We grabbed a bunch of that soul sand last episode, so we got that in here. We have the grass. So those are taking up a lot of spaces. So yeah, we're overflowed onto the top portion of our shelving unit. Anyway, so yeah, now our pickaxe is pretty good. With the pickaxe, with the reinforcement on there, we could probably go into the Nether and start doing a whole lot of vein mining and farming XP to level this thing up. Eventually, we want to get it completely unbreakable, and then we can level it up and get all the modifiers on there. Maybe it would have been better to hold off onto the haste until we got 2 more of the reinforced, so we could have it completely unbreakable. But I feel like the pickaxe is just a little bit slow as it is, and I kind of want to speed that up. Now, another thing that we could do, we could put on like a better pickaxe head on here. But again, until we get unbreaking, yeah, I'd rather just repair this thing with cobblestone. So anyway, I think that's where we're gonna leave our pickaxe for today. I don't need this bucket on me anymore. Okay, so I was kind of looking at our quests here, but we started down this path last episode, so I feel like it might make sense for us to continue and do all of this. So we need a redstone, a lapis, a diamond, an emerald, and an iron. So lots of different materials here. Diamond, iron, lapis, redstone. What was the other one? Emerald? I think that's all the different things that we need. So each one of those needs to be put onto our laser thing over here. Dude, how many of those can we do at once? Oh, my magnet picked them all back up. Okay, I don't know if you can only do one type at once or how that all works, but anyway. And then that one should do the Inori. Cool. So that is everything that we needed for that quest. One of all the different types of actually additions materials. Okay. So we can claim this reward. Cool. So the next one wants us to do the Empowerer. Now we saw that we needed the Empowerer in order to make like the Dinknolls. And these Dinknolls are really good and worth having. So I feel like getting the Empowerer going is going to make a lot of sense. But I don't know what the recipe is for this in this pack. So we're going to check this out. And then we're also going to need display stands. Yeah, so we need 5 display stands. One of them goes into the recipe for the Empowerer. The display stand does require us to have the thick green block and quartz. I still don't know how to pronounce that word. Then, yeah, that's a bunch of chiseled quartz or regular quartz. So, yeah, we need a bunch of nether quartz, essentially, in order to proceed here. So I guess we're going to be heading off to the nether. And since we're going to the nether and We have some unbreaking on our pickaxe. I think I might take some time to try and level it up while we're there. I think that makes sense. Now, I'm probably going to take our armor with us. I don't want to die to a brute. We have arrows on us. We have our bow. Yep, I think it is time that we go to the Nether and we do some more quartz hunting. I really don't want to do it. I know we just did it last episode, but yeah. I mean, I guess we could take... Well, no, let's do this, because I want to level up my pick. I was going to say, we could take some of the soul sand that we collected and sift it, but that's not very fun. Okay, I don't see any brutes around right now, which is fine. I'd rather not see them. All right, let's just come up here real quick. All right, yeah, I'm not seeing too many hostile mobs, so I think we should be okay. What I'd like to do is just go ahead. Oh, this is so much faster now. Yeah, what I'd like to do is kind of go up into the Nether ceiling as far as possible, and I want to level this thing up quite a bit. We do have ourselves the sharpening kits, so we got plenty of, I guess, durability to do all this. Plenty of the ability to repair our pickaxe. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get up to the Nether ceiling, see if I can do a little bit of ore excavating, XP farming on this pickaxe, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so here we are at the bedrock of the Nether ceiling. We didn't actually have to go up that far. This is where our tunnel started. What I do want to do is check out some of the things from ore excavation. So we can excavate in a 1x2, a 3x3, a 5x5, or it just goes for forever. Now, I don't really know how this all works because I haven't messed with this too much, so I wanted to experiment with this with you guys. So if we do a 1x2 up here at the top and I tell it to ore excavate, okay, so that just does a straight line. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, that's awesome, actually. So let's go ahead and repair this. Now, I want to see what the difference is with, like, the 2x2. Whoops. 3x3. That's what this one is. Let's try going this way, and I'll do in the center of this block. Okay, so that just does a 3x3 tunnel. Oh, wow, that is really good. Okay, I think I like this a lot more than what I've done before in the past by just, like, sloppily making tunnels however it wants to make them. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot nicer because we can kind of make the shape how we want it. So let's go this way. Cool, we got ourselves a ding. That's exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, and then I can just keep going over a little bit like we're doing a branch mine almost. Yeah, this is going to be really, really good. I like this so much more. It's a lot more controllable. Yeah. So I guess a 5x5 would be pretty much the same thing. And then we got some quartz down there, which we can harvest. Now, we don't have a lot of room here for like all these different materials that we're getting. So we are going to have to start deleting them. Or I guess we could make ourselves a drawer in the overworld or something and store them. But anyway, I'm going to continue to do this and try and get a few more levels on our pickaxe. And we'll be right back, guys. Alright, well, it did take a little bit of time, but we are now ready to take this pickaxe and make it unbreaking. Well, I guess we're almost ready. I have 2 more blank casts and 16 more obsidian. Now that we have the modifiers, we're ready. Okay, so now you can put that in here. So that brings us up to reinforced of 80% and finally reinforced unbreakable. So now we no longer have to worry about these stone sharpening kits to repair our pickaxe. But we still do need these for our shovel, our sword, our mattock, etc. So I don't want to get rid of those just yet, or at least completely take them out of my inventory until we have made everything unbreaking, or, you know, have something that won't lose durability as quickly anyway. So now that that's the case, I would like to take our pickaxe back to the Nether and just do a lot of mining. Yeah. I think we're relatively safe doing what we're doing right now, although mobs can spawn in there. You know, as soon as I see that, we're probably just gonna get wrecked as soon as we go to the Nether, huh? But I feel like we should be relatively okay. I would like to try and find something like a magnum torch or equivalent to prevent mob spawns in the immediate area around us. I think that's definitely going to be something worth us investing resources into, especially when we're doing things like this, just, you know, doing a whole lot of mining or whatever. Looks like we do have a pigman that spawned down there. That's fine. Let's go this direction. So this is unbreaking. Let's do this again, which means I should be able to just go until I run out of hunger is what that means, actually. So let's just do that. And we're out of hunger. Okay. That's a very fast way for us to, yeah, chew through all of our food. I guess that's something I didn't really consider is our food supply. So that got us about 1,000. So it looks like we'll be able to do about 7 more times before this thing levels up, is what it feels like. Oh, I guess we stopped before I ran out of food. Okay, well, let's do this. Did that get us 1,000? Were we? Yeah, that's about 1,000. Okay, so that's really cool. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to continue to do this. I guess 5 more times, and then we can put another haste on there. So I'll just go ahead and do this until I get bored, I guess. Or we level up enough, and we'll be back, guys. Well, actually, before I completely give up here, it looks like we uncovered some heat sand. This is kind of a good find. Heat sand, if we take a look at our crucible, the recipe for this, the heat source is heat sand gives us 120 times. Currently, we're doing blaze mesh, which is 30. Yeah, that is really good. That's 4 times better than what we're currently generating in lava. Too bad I didn't get that earlier when I was making all the obsidian for the reinforcement modifiers for making our pick unbreakable. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my inventory here, collect some of this heat sand, and do like I'm doing, and we'll be back, guys. Okay, so I have replaced our heat source for our crucible with this heat sand. You can see on the tooltip now, we get it at a rate of 120x. So if I grab a bucket here and we turn that into obsidian, we can really see how fast that is refilling. So that's 120 millibuckets every single, is that a second or is that every single update? I'm not actually sure, but we get that lava quite quickly now, which is fantastic. Yeah, that, like, this thing refills completely with the 4 buckets in like what, 10-15 seconds? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, it is quite quick. And yeah, that's one less thing that we have to worry about. Now, getting back to what we were trying to do here, the display stands. In order for us to make these, we need the green block and the regular block. And the regular is just block of quartz. And the green block is the chiseled quartz. So half of this, we need to turn into chiseled quartz. And we'll just use the chisel for that. That's this block, or yeah, that one right there. And then both of these we have to throw over onto the laser and laser them. So we can do that as well. So we'll put 15 of those here and 15 of the other, 15 of these over here. Very good. So now we have both of those. All right, so moving along, we need to make 5 of these advanced coils. And that means we need 5 basic coils, which means we need 20 of the redstone, which is 20 redstone put onto the laser. Cool, so we have that. Well, I guess we already have one in the system or in our storage, right? So we only need 19, I guess, technically. Anyway, so then we're going to need 5 black quartz. Now, I do believe we should have that available. So let's take a look here. Black quartz. We have 6 of them. We only need 5 of them right now. So we do that. This. There's our basic coils, and we need to turn those into advanced coils. And there we go. And then we can turn those all into display stands. Boom. Awesome. Okay, so one of those display stands does have to turn into this empowerer. So this requires just a little bit more stuff. So that's going to require us to make a double battery, which is some Nori crystals or iron thrown on the laser, plus an advanced coil. We just made that, and a single battery, which is another advanced coil, more iron thrown on the laser, and the redstone. So that's really not that bad. The iron casing, that is black quartz, iron, and sticks. We've made that, I think, the last episode. Yeah, so there's nothing too crazy here. So I'll just go ahead and get the rest of this stuff put together so we can make ourselves our empowerer and continue on. Now we have all the resources ready to go for an empowerer. So we have the empowerer, we have the display stand. We're going to want to provide this with power, which means we're going to need to get ourselves some more of these LV wire connector things. So we'll make more of those. One needs to go in each one of these display stands to give it power. We're going to need LV wire relay to distribute the power to more than one connection. And we're going to need some more of the LV wires themselves. We only have 3 remaining. So there we go. So now we got a lot of stuff ready to go in order to make our Empower do stuff. That should be a quest complete, which it is. So we'll claim that, which is awesome. And we'll just go ahead and throw those in the system here. Okay, so we need to do a little bit of rearranging. Let's grab some kind of a block here. I'll grab some of this concrete, I guess. Yeah, we need to distribute this power in such a way that not only can the atomic reconstructor continue to get power, but we need to provide power to the empowerer as well. Okay, so we will put the empowerer, how about right here? This should be fine. And then we'll do the display stands. They got to be 3 blocks away from the empowerer in every direction. Okay. Yeah, 2 blocks of space between the display stand and the empowerer, I believe is how that works. So we'll put the LV wire connectors on the inside here, like so, and we will pillar up a bit. So that's the same level. We'll come up here and we'll go 1 over. All right. So what I want to do is put a LV wire relay right here. I'm pretty sure the way the LV wire connectors work is they're 1-to-1. You can only go from here to here and no further connections. But if you put it to a wire relay, you can go many connections to 1. So yeah, we'd be able to connect everything from this one thing. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. You know what? Let's double check that. So if I connect here, yeah, you cannot attach this wire here. It used to be the LV, you could attach as many as you wanted to. And I think in 1.10 they changed it. Yeah, anyway, so we get rid of this. Okay, so that's no longer attached. So what we want to do is put the LV wire from here to here. And then from this guy, we can attach it to many different places. So all of these should be getting power at this point very slowly. Like the water mill is not a very good power source, but it is providing power. And then we can also take that power and bring it back over here. Now, I think these wires shock you if you touch them, right? Yeah, they do damage. There are ways that we can make better wires as the insulated ones. So if we make this tough fabric and we connect, or we craft it with the LV wires, we get insulated and then we can walk through the stuff. So tough fabric is made with industrial hemp fiber around a stick. So yeah, you need 8 of them per, and we need 5 of those per craft. So it is a little expensive on the tough fabric, or I guess the hemp or whatever. But thankfully, we now have 10 of these. So we should be able to get a decent amount of this hemp quite quickly now. So just harvesting all 5 of those gave us 21 of the stuff. I mean, that's pretty good, but that's not the amount that we need. But yeah, in just a few seconds here, when this fully grows, we can harvest it again and we'll get a lot closer to the amount that we need. And there's another one. Yeah, these are giving us a decent amount of the hemp every time we harvest now that they are all 10s, which is fantastic. Where are we at? 38 here. I guess I got bone meal this if I had bone meal over here, but I took the bone meal away, so I can't quite do that, but that's fine. This is going quick enough, I feel like. I think that should be enough in order to at least get 4 of those, but I think we're going to want to do another set because that wire going back to the atomic reconstructor, yeah, that's going to be causing us a little bit of headache. I guess we could put another floaty block if we wanted to, like right over here or something. That way this would connect to that relay, and then that could come down here. But I think overall, we want to get ourselves, well, we don't want to spawn monsters for one, but we want to get ourselves the wires so if we touch them, it does not kill us. So let's make the tough fabric. Oh, I need to get myself a few sticks. I think we had some in here. Okay. So we want to make 5 of these, and we have enough to make 5. Then we want 4 of these wire coils. Okay, so I'll come over here and do this one. Cool. So there's the insulated wire. I don't know. Can I replace this wire? It doesn't look like it. All right, so let's just pop this off and we'll just redo everything. Doesn't take that long. So it's the relay here, and then we can do the insulated wire from here to here. Oh, that's not, I didn't put the things back on here, did I? Yeah. Okay, so from here to here, there to there, there to there, and there to there. I probably will go ahead and harvest up some more of the industrial hemp, I think, so we can do another one of the insulated wires, just so we're not shocking ourselves. So let me do that real quick and we'll continue on. Cool, so now we have the insulated wires here and we can freely walk through them, stand them, do whatever we want, and we're not going to be taking damage. Yep. So I did add in a second relay here, and I'm trying to keep the main line high, and then we can bring it down low where we need it. Okay, so we have that all done. So the next set of quests involve us doing empowered versions of these different blocks. So yeah, we need each one of these different types. So if we do empowered, let's do the Redstone crystal block. Now keep in mind, if you've never seen this before, the block requires a block and the same materials that are required if you do the ingot only, or I guess the singular one only. So it makes sense to do the full block instead of each one of these, unless these resources that you're empowering with don't mean anything to you. But then again, it's going to cost you 9 times more power to do 9 of these as opposed to just doing the block. Anyway, so let's start off with redstone. We'll do a block of redstone. How do we make a block of redstone? Okay, that might be a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Block of redstone. Ooh, that is made with red alloy ingots. Check this out. Interesting. Now I wonder, a block of redstone turns into redstone dust. Is it possible for us to get around this with using like a compacting drawer or something along those lines? Can we smelt it down into like molten redstone? Let's take a look. Redstone. Well, for some reason my game crashed and didn't even give me a crash log of why it crashed. But yeah, you cannot craft redstone into redstone blocks, but it does look like you can take them and smelt them and then cast the destabilized redstone into a block. So yeah, we can do that, although this goes a little slow. But if it is a way to do it, then that is the way to do it. So we'll just flip that around. Let this melt down into the destabilized redstone, which will cast in to a block eventually, maybe. Aha, there we go. We got ourselves a block of redstone. So we can take this and we can put it back into the redstone dust, but then we'd have to melt it back down to turn it to the block. Yeah, so that is a way to make the blocks. It is quite slow, but at least it is possible for us to do such things. Again, I don't know if we... Oh, that's right. We can't do it this way. I need to laser that first. Again, I don't know if it's possible for us to use like a compacting drawer. I assume we cannot do that, but anyway, so let's try and get this done. So empowered redstone, redstona. This is what we're looking for. Whoops. Click off there. Bookmark that. And this. So we need another brick, a regular brick, redstone, and then red dye. Red. Do we have any poppies? We don't have any poppies. Bone meal. Well, I guess we can use some of this grass over here. Hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves a poppy. Hey, we got one. Very cool. Okay, so we have ourselves a poppy. So there's our red dye. We can put the rest of this stuff away. There we go. And bone meal away. Okay, so we need either brick or clay. All right, so we'll do a clay, and then we need nether, whoops, nether rack to turn into the nether brick. And we'll do that. Cool. So I will put in this first. Does that give it? Oh, that does give us 2 per. That is so awesome. I like it. I wonder if we get 2 nether brick. We do. All right, stop it there. Otherwise, it'll just waste one of our fuel things. Doesn't really matter if we have that much. All right, so we have 1 brick, 1 nether brick. Put those away, and then we needed, I think, one piece of redstone. Cool, so that should be everything we need in order to empower this block. It is taking quite a while to get this done, but it is something that we need to do, so we should be able to do it very easily. Now, hopefully we have enough power in the display stands to complete this process. Does it say how much power it takes? I don't think it says here how much power anywhere that it takes, but yeah, we are definitely running low on our crystal flux. We're almost about halfway. well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, and hopefully it'll complete. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it completed. Awesome. All right, so there is the first part of that, and we can take that and split that apart so it registers in the quest book that we have that completed. We're still on the beta section. Yeah, so I need to do it for the rest of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this done. I don't think any of this is gonna be too crazy, but if there is anything crazy, we'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, so we are working on the very last one here, the Palace Crystals, and we need some Guardian Spikes, or I guess Prismarine, so we can do that from Nether Quartz by lasering those. The reason why I said Guardian Spikes is because I was looking at how you get Prismarine, and you get it from the Guardian Spike, which is a reliquary drop, which we don't have, but you can also laser Nether Quartz. So yeah, we can just go ahead and put those into here, and a cyan, and then we're gonna get the palace, the empowered palace crystal. So while I've been working on that, one of the things that we needed earlier for the emerald one was green dye. So I decided to grow some cactus here. Now this mod pack has apotheosis in it, which converts cactus into apotheosis's cactus, which can grow up to 5 blocks tall according to the configuration settings. So this will grow 1 taller. It looked like when we did the first 3, it was affected by the sprinklers, but I guess this 4th one is above where the sprinklers are, so it doesn't get the benefit. Anyway, it looks like you can take sugarcane and grow sugarcane all the way to build height if you want to do that. So that's another thing that's possible, I suppose. So that's a 3, 7, 6. That's okay. Yeah, this is going so much faster, like 10-10-10ing these seeds. Now that we have the sprinklers up there, this is way, way, way better. So something to keep in mind, these plants will grow at nighttime, but they will not like crossbreed or whatever unless it's daytime. At least that's what my experience has been. So like I was waiting and waiting and waiting, is like it is not crossbreeding. And then I slept, and then it was daytime, just a few seconds later, it crossbred. So that is just another thing to keep in mind. Some of the agricraft things only work during daytime, at least for breeding purposes, as far as I can tell. So our Palace Crystal is now done. That should give us all the different types, which should complete our quest, and it does. That is fantastic. Okay. More RAK get. So we did a good number of this stuff. We got our empowerers set up. We got ourselves some power lines going. We made sure that they are insulated so we no longer get shocked. Yeah, we got a lot of good things going on. And then I got the cactus over here that I'm working on 10-10-10ing. I'll probably just do all of that, or I guess all of the rest of that off camera. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode for today, guys. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on. I am very, very excited to start moving on to more of the tech stuff and getting applied energistics and automations and all these kinds of things. That's always my favorite part of these mod packs. And it looks like we're getting there eventually. It's not going to be super fast, but I'm enjoying the early game as well. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.